It reached a fever pitch, like internally, where I had to go behind the fake wall and just like have a moment.
Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, hey, you got eyes on Will, we need him to come watch this. So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin. It was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch and Dwayne was standing up.
Oh my goodness, everyone's buzzing about this. Can you believe Tatyana Ali is reportedly skipping the next Bel-Air reunion? After being such a beloved fan favorite on this iconic show, her decision to stay away has got everyone talking. And let me tell you, there are some serious questions being raised. Could there be something going on with her former co-stars that we don't know about?
I think Will and Jada is trying to scoop up Jennifer. I want you to stay close.
Or is there something even bigger happening in Hollywood that's making her want to keep her distance? Trust me, this gets juicy.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, interstate transportation for
Listen up, because Hollywood is literally shaking right now, and it all traces back to one explosive source. Those disturbing allegations about Diddy that have everyone in panic mode. Deal just dropped some major bombshells about what really went down at Diddy's past parties. And hold on to your seats, because word on the street is that more tapes are about to surface that could expose some huge names. And get this, Will Smith might be one of them.
When you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were gonna beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Will Smith and Diddy have been connected in more ways than one, and honey, the whispers around Hollywood about their relationship have been wild. We're talking about parties that would make your jaw drop and some seriously questionable behavior behind closed doors. But Deal didn't stop there. In a recent interview, he hinted at another bombshell tape supposedly involving Diddy and another major male celebrity. He openly wondered if this mystery person could be someone as big as Will Smith, or maybe someone else entirely.
Guys that are A-listers that's bigger than Diddy is only one that I could come up with. And there's a few I could come up with. Will Smith.
But what really got fans gasping was when Deal threw everyone for a loop by suggesting that this mystery person might not even be black. Can you believe he actually brought Justin Bieber's name into the mix? I mean, talk about a plot twist.
You understand what I'm saying? If they were saying somebody that was more celebrity than Diddy, he was an A-lister, he was younger, you know what I'm saying? And if he's not black, it would have to be the Bieber.
Meanwhile, these rumors about wild tapes, secret parties, and inappropriate behavior have been following so many Hollywood stars like a shadow. And if you think Tatyana Ali isn't aware of all this tea, think again. Being in the same circles as Will Smith and watching these stories unfold, honestly, can you blame her for wanting to keep her distance? Deal also dropped another bombshell, warning that if these rumored tapes involve underage individuals, celebrity or not, the fallout would be absolutely massive. In his words, if they got some tapes out there and it's with some underage, whether it's celebrities or not, it's going to be crazy, bro. But wait, it gets even more dramatic. Deal didn't just stop at party rumors. He spilled some serious tea about a situation involving Diddy, Will Smith, and Jennifer Lopez that went down at a small gathering for Ben Affleck. And let me tell you, this story shows just how tense things were between Diddy and Will behind the scenes. So picture this. They're all at this birthday party at the Four Seasons. On one side, you've got Will Smith, his sister, her husband, and Jada Pinkett Smith. Across from them are Diddy, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and Jennifer Lopez. Everything seems fine until Deal notices something off about Diddy's body language. "I know Puff so well," Deal explained, saying how Diddy did this thing with his arm that Deal knew meant he needed to get over there ASAP. When Deal approached Diddy, things got real. Diddy was fuming about Will and Jada's behavior toward J-Lo, and get this, he was basically saying he was ready to throw down with Will Smith if necessary. Can you imagine?
And he said to me, he said, yo, I think Will and Jada is trying to scoop up Jennifer. I want you to stay close.
But here's the kicker. Deal admitted to himself that while Diddy was ready to throw hands, he wasn't so sure Puff could actually take on someone like Will Smith in a fight. I mean, can you blame him?
Puff could scrap now, but I don't think he could beat Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? But he could scrap.
Thankfully, it didn't actually come to blows. Deal stayed close by just in case things popped off, saying, "I stayed like about if he snuffed Will, I could move slow enough that Will could probably get 2 or 3 punches back." He tried to make light of it, but seriously, the tension was real. Looking back, it seems like it was more about Diddy being protective over J-Lo than any real beef with Will. But the fact that Diddy felt he needed to watch Will and Jada's every move around J-Lo, that tells you everything about the crazy dynamics in these Hollywood circles. And speaking of Will Smith, honey, his reputation has taken hit after hit. From all the drama with Jada to these new rumors coming out, it's no wonder some of the Bel-Air cast might be thinking twice about being associated with him. Now, let's talk about these unsettling rumors about Will Smith and Dwayne Martin. Their names have been linked for years and not always in a good way. Former assistants and people close to them have been dropping bombs about what was really going on between them. Word is, Dwayne was introduced to gay relationships by none other than Will Smith himself. These two first crossed paths back in 1993 on the Fresh Prince set when Dwayne appeared in that episode, "It is better to have loved and lost it." That kicked off a friendship that's lasted 3 decades. They were always showing up in pictures together and being spotted hanging out. But of course, as these things go, people started wondering if there was more than just friendship there. Will Smith hasn't exactly helped quiet these rumors with his, let's say, flexible boundaries when it comes to other men. Back in '93, right around when he met Dwayne, Will played a gay con artist in 6 Degrees of Separation, and that's when the rumors really started flying. Both Will and Dwayne denied everything back then. I mean, they were both married. Will had tied the knot with Sherry Zampino in '92, though they split in '95, and then he married Jada 2 years later. Dwayne was with Martin actress Tisha Campbell, getting married in '96. But honey, this wasn't the end of the drama. In 2013, things heated up again when Jada gave this super vague answer during a tabloid interview. There were rumors flying that their marriage was on the rocks, again, and when they asked Jada if Will might be into men, her response was interesting. She said she just wants Will to be himself, and that as long as he's happy looking in the mirror, that's what matters. Talk about dodging the question. During that same interview, Jada was just as evasive about whether they were faithful to each other. Of course, we all know now about her entanglement with August Alsina. And don't even get me started on that resurfaced 2018 clip where Jada's sitting with Will, her mom Gammy, and Willow, basically admitting she never wanted to get married in the first place. Listen to what she said. "I was under so much pressure, you know, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like pregnant and I just didn't know what to do. I never wanted to be married. We only got married because Gammy was crying." She even said she went crying down the freaking aisle. Now, some people think Jada's reluctance to marry Will might have been because she knew about his alleged relationships with men. And apparently, things got so wild that they started hosting these mysterious parties at their house with young men attending. Word is, if you want to make it in Hollywood, you've got to go to these gatherings. But they're super hush-hush. Jaguar Wright even came out saying she heard young men screaming while leaving their house because of the weird things Will and Jada do during their mentorship.
They're both bisexual. They do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house to get away from them in their mentorship.
And it gets worse. According to YouTuber Trisha Paytas, Will Smith allegedly made an unwanted advance toward one of his male dancers. In a now-deleted video, Trisha claimed Will actually assaulted the dancer without consent.
How about worry about fucking cheating husband my male dancers, you know, when they didn't want to.
But wait, there's more drama. People have been raising eyebrows about Will's behavior with his son Jaden. Multiple times, Will has tried to kiss Jaden. And we're not talking about a sweet peck on the cheek or forehead. We're talking about trying to kiss him on the mouth, and poor Jaden looked totally creeped out. Now, sure, parents showing affection is normal, but forcing mouth kisses on your kid? That's different. And if you think that's wild, wait until you hear what Bert Kreischer had to say. This successful touring comedian shared a story about Will Smith allegedly trying to get intimate with him and a dozen other men. According to Kreischer, he met Smith at a recording studio during the Millennium album days. Will seemed impressed with his comedy and invited him out later. Kreischer was clueless about what might happen, but when he called his dad about it, his father warned him that Smith might have other intentions. His dad said that many men in Hollywood who've been with lots of women often turn to young boys for excitement. Kreischer, being cautious, dressed as sloppily as possible in overalls and a sweater. When he got to the Planet Hollywood restaurant, someone directed him downstairs and he thought he was about to have to get intimate with Smith and 12 other men. But plot twist, when he got there, he found himself in a screening room with 10 men, including Jazzy Jeff. Nothing weird happened during the movie, but afterward, Smith asked what he thought about the people in the room. That's when Kreischer realized he'd been watching the movie with hip-hop legends like KRS-One and Biz Markie. This story got people wondering if Smith has a history of initiating young celebrities into the industry through these mysterious gatherings. And then there's Tisha Campbell, who hinted that Will Smith had something going on with her ex-husband, Dwayne Martin. She posted on Instagram saying, "The truth always comes out in the end, no matter how hard anyone tries to hide it." When she capitalized Will in a comment, people knew exactly who she was talking about. So is it any wonder Tatyana Ali might want to keep her distance from the next Bel-Air reunion? But here's the thing. She hasn't exactly left Hollywood altogether. Instead, she's been working behind the scenes with her sister, Anastasia Ali. They started Hazra Entertainment, focusing on fresh stories for urban audiences. Their first project, Buppies, made history as BET's first original web series in 2009, pulling in over 5 million views.
First, my beloved father passed away.
See, Quincy's father was a celebrity, so he was like the Black Harry Belafonte.
And Buppies was just the beginning for Hazra Entertainment. They also backed Love That Girl, starring Ali herself, which ran from 2010 to 2014. Even though it ended after 4 seasons, Ali had already found her groove behind the camera. These days, Ali seems perfectly content with her life away from the spotlight. In 2016, she married Dr. Vaughn Raspberry, a Stanford University literature professor. They met on an online dating site and fell in love through letters. Now they have 2 beautiful children, Edward and Alejandro, who are clearly the center of her world. Ali's been super open about how motherhood has changed her priorities. She loves those little moments with her kids, like watching their thoughtful expressions and just being present for their childhood. In a 2016 interview, she emphasized how important it is to slow down and cherish family time. She's definitely more than just Ashley Banks from Fresh Prince. After graduating from Harvard with a degree in African American Studies and Government, she became a passionate advocate for education. She's always speaking at conferences, encouraging young women and people of color to chase their dreams. So while fans might be hoping to see her in the Fresh Prince reboot, Ali seems pretty happy with her life right now. She's thriving in her personal life, running her production company, and making a real difference through her activism. Maybe she's showing us all that there's more to life than fame, and she's definitely not about to get dragged into all that Will Smith drama, and honestly, maybe Tatyana Ali is doing just fine without a reboot anyway.